Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lottie at Mama 2 and a Childminder 17. I've already filmed this video and I didn't like it, so I'm doing it again. So excuse me if I go, did I say that a minute ago? If I have a bit of, you know, deja vu. So, the GDPR. Now, at first I was completely like, what on earth am I doing? Like, do I actually need to do anything? Is it for just big companies? Are little companies getting sorted out too? And are Childminders even doing it? Like, what the point is the GDPR? So the GDPR is all about the new Data Protection Act. It is basically getting rid of the old one because it was out before even any of this online social media stuff was even around. And basically updating everybody, making sure that we're all safe, making sure we're all protected. And yeah, that is basically it. So how we need to do it in a childcare setting. First of all, I want to say as a disclaimer that this is my opinion. This is what I've read. This is how I'm wording it. This is not an official, you need to do this. This is just my way that I've tried to comply with the GDPR, if that makes sense. So I have two different information points that I went to. First was childcare.co.uk. They have online free resources that you can go through and have a read with all of that stuff. And the next one was with Morton Michelle, but a separate company called Flick Training. They actually had an online course that you could go through and learn about GDPR and what you actually need to do to comply with it. So the first thing I read was to do a data audit. Now I didn't print one of them off, which I'm fuming about, but I haven't got time to do it now. A data audit is basically you go through all of your information that you've got on your parents, all your information that you've got on your children, any little bit of detail, a name, a word, a date of birth, anything like that. That is data you hold on another family. So you need to go through all of that and see if you actually need it. So if there is something like grandma's email address, do you actually need grandma's email address, or are you happy to just do it with mum's email address? And things like that basically. So excuse my voice, I've gone really chesty. So I went through everything that I've held since we've started working, and I don't need to be holding what are they called, all about me forms for children that have left. Now this is talking like way back. I kept everything. I thought, you know what, I might as well need it. You never know, I might need it. And you just don't need it at all. It just sits in the loft and that's it. So I've gone through, I've shredded everything like that I didn't need. Now obviously to comply with the EYFS you need to keep personal data of the child and the family until after the child's 21st birthday and 3 months, to protect yourself basically against any allegations. So it's hard to say what you need and what you don't need, but it's what you feel. What do you feel that you would need and what do you feel that you don't need? So I thought I don't need these all about me forms, so I got rid of them. It's just basically saying what their likes and dislikes are and their religion and things like that, and it's not something that I would need to keep hold of, so I just shredded them. Next on the data audit was stating how that you use all of this information and how long you retain it for and things like that basically. But if you go on the childcare.co.uk website, it literally states everything for you. It's so easy to understand. They've done it all before and they know what they're talking about, so I thought brilliant. So next was all about the policies. And the first one that I had to update was our complaints procedure and what I would do if there was a data breach or anything like that. Now this could be with paper or online format data. It's not just written records and things like that. It could be literally anything. So if you've got a date of birth online of the kids, or if you've got, what else do I have online? Oh, the parents' email addresses when you're sending out invoices. If you've got a data breach on that, you need to state exactly what you would do. Then going on to the confidentiality data protection policy, I just put, to keep data safe, I must do... To keep data safe, I must have written records locked away and online data protection passwords, and then and anything else like that basically. It's literally like a couple of paragraphs long and that's it. But again, it's all online. You can just copy and paste and update it for your setting. What I did find was a bit strange was doing an online safety policy. I've never done one of these before, nor have I ever read one before. So I was like, oh my god, what do I put in that? And it's basically saying if your children in your setting have access to an iPad, a laptop, a computer, are they allowed online? If they're allowed online, how are you keeping them safe? Things that you're putting online. So with ours, we've got our Facebook page that we use backwards photos of the children, put activities up, we put places that we've been and things like that, and why you do it basically. And that is basically the online safety policy. Next is the privacy notice. I had no idea what this was, and it is quite a long one, I'm afraid. So again, I copied and pasted it, edited it, deleted quite a lot because not a lot of it was relevant for my setting, and then updated it with the stuff that was relevant. Same with the next one, the retainer policy. That is another lengthy one, I will say. That again, not a lot of it did like agree to my settings, so we just updated it for what it was. But they're like 2 or 3 pages long, so it's not like a 2-second thing. So then the last one was the safeguarding policy, and all I stated in there was for online safety, please look at the online safety policy, and then that would link it back then, and I wouldn't have to sort of repeat myself. So that was that. So then going back to the data audit, I just stated exactly what I've done. I created new policies, I've updated policies. Also another thing that I've now been doing is doing online policies for parents. I'm going to be email them to them so they don't actually have to print them off. Then I've got an acknowledgement record that just states all the policies that I've put in the email, and all I need them to do is to sign that they have received, read and understood each of the policies, and they're just going to sign yes or no. And yeah, then that's for me to hold on to instead of having 2 copies of policies printed out over and over again. I just feel like this is going to save me a hell of a lot of time. What else did I do? What else did I do? So I think that might be everything. I think that was all that I needed to do. So again, this is not a this is a disclaimer. It's not official what I'm saying. It is my opinion of what I've done for our setting, and yeah. But if it helps you out, then I really hope it does. I'm going to link everything down below. So I hope this helps you out. And if it did, please give it a like down below. Also subscribe if you're not already, as I've got videos coming out Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at 5 o'clock. And yeah, it's pretty busy on my channel, so you don't want to miss it. And I'll see you soon.